Alright, so here is one of my latest projects. It's finally finished. This is a Parcheesi board that I was making for my wife. Started making it about a year and a half, almost two ago, and just now got around to finishing it because lots of projects has been on the table and, gotten real busy. So if you're unfamiliar with Parcheesi, it's a little bit like Sari. I can't remember where it originated, but I started making the board, like I said, about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. So what I did is I got some red oak from Home Depot or Lowe's, and I think it was 1 by 8 inch. What I had to do is I had to cut a, join sections. So there's a board right here, a board right here in the middle, and then a board right here on the side going all the way through. So I got a total of 3 boards here. What I did is I had a good friend from Texas Tech that did some wood burning stuff, and pardon me for the bump. Does some wood burning stuff, and so what he did, or I got him to burn the Masked Rider on here, burn the double T, burn the seal of Texas Tech, and then burn Raider Red over here in the other corner. So what you do is you got your home, or I guess your starting point. Everybody has their own starting point, so I just kind of made them all Texas Tech themed. Then what we got here is I just routed out. I used a little 1/8 inch bit going all the way around all these sides where you see these black lines. That's all routed out, 1/8 inch bit, no more than, I'd say, a 1/16 of an inch deep. And so what I did is I stained the main part of the board. This is summer oak, I believe, around the main part of the board. And what I did is I got an eyedropper and dipped the eyedropper in my ebony stain and just squirted stain into the cracks all along, all these cracks all around the board. And then I think this is red oak stain. This is Cabernet stain. We got weathered gray, and then Kona, I believe. Then got a little bit darker stain, can't remember the title of that stain, but then I also burned some circles here because these are the safe zones if you're familiar with Parcheesi at all. Then what I did also is I decided to take on and make my own Parcheesi pieces. So I used my grandfather's lathe that he gave me and made some pieces. These are all by hand, I guess. I didn't have a copier or anything, so they're all slightly different. They kind of look okay with the stain. It's a little odd, but here's kind of the main shape of them. They're about 2 inches tall, about I want to say 0.86 inches wide. I wanted to do about an inch, but messed up on the first one, so I guess had to do them all roughly around 0.86 inches. So got the 4 pieces over here for the Kona, 4 pieces for the Cabernet, 4 pieces for the weathered gray, and 4 pieces over here for the red oak. One of the neater things that I wanted to do with this board was make it kind of packable. So give me just 1 second, I'll clear the board off a little bit. Made it packable, wanted to make it smaller so it wasn't just a huge chunk of wood. So give me just a second while I put this back on the tripod here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this guy upside down. What we've got are some hinges. Get the camera back here, sorry for the bump again. Okay, got some hinges so that way I can fold it up in half. Okay, so then that way it makes a little bit smaller board, okay, about half the size or so. Unfortunately, it's hard to fold 3/4 inch board even more than that, so that's as far as it goes. What I also did was kind of routed out, I can't remember what kind of bit it's called, but the little semicircle bit in here, routed it out so that way I could stick my fingers in here and pop it open. Okay, little features that we've got to close it and keep it shut are these magnets here on opposite sides of the board, so that way they hold each other closed, hold the board closed. Then I've got these little felt feet on here with a hole on the other side of the board for that felt foot to go in so it closes nice and tight. The reason I had to do the felt feet is because if you look at these hinges, they're just sticking out just a little bit. So I had to put the felt feet on there so I wouldn't scratch up any tables or break any glass tables whenever we decided to play. So then I guess the last little features I routed out. These little channels, probably about, I want to say, 1/2 inch deep or so. I know they don't look that good. I just kind of cut some fabric real quick just to throw it in there just to make it done. But I've got these little holes. So the dice, or die, I guess if you want to call it that, go here. Then I can take all my pieces and put all of them in a row here. I made it just a little bit bigger just because I wanted to be sure I had room, but I probably could have made it just a little bit smaller. So there's all the pieces all in a row. There are definitely differences between all of them, some errors there, but you know, hey, first time doing a project really on the lathe without just kind of goofing off, and that's what I got. So I'm proud of it. I'm glad it's working out. My wife likes it a lot. We play it. Definitely a ton of fun. Definitely a ton of fun. Thanks for watching.